I just made my coffee this morning to start off the day. I usually just do an espresso shot with almond milk. I've been using the Nutty Bruce one because it doesn't have seed oils in it. And it obviously, because it doesn't have seed oils, gums or anything, it's literally just almond milk, it's a bit bland. So I saw one of these girls put in a dash of Celtic salt and honey to sweeten up their coffee, and I thought I might try that, and it is so good. The first day I did it this week, I put way too much honey and way too much salt. It was not great, to say the least. But over the course of the week, I've perfected the ratio. So I just do a little bit of honey and then a tiny bit of Celtic salt, because Celtic salt has quite a bit of like a kick to it. Oh, not a kick, like it's got a very prominent flavor. So you don't need a lot. And I didn't realize that because I like to put Celtic salt in my water bottle during the day for hydration and to help absorb the water, and I love that. I like go ham with that. I'm like doing a whole teaspoon, like I'm going crazy. But with the coffee, it's a different story. I wouldn't ever do that again. So we live and we learn. So today's vlog is going to be a what I eat in a day. I did this maybe a few weeks ago and it did really well. So I thought I would do it again, but more so just tailor it to what I eat in a day as opposed to being like a vlog style thing. So I'm going to just take you through my typical day of eating currently. It does change a little bit from day to day, like particularly on weekends I might go to a cafe and get a little sweet treat, but usually I'm pretty consistent. And lately I have been obsessing over like the slow cooker meals, particularly with like brisket and chuck. Oh, heaven on a plate. I get my meat from a high quality butcher, so it's not like excessively cheap, but considering I get such high quality meat, it's cheap. I source meat without the bovine injection, which is what they inject into cows to stop them farting. Honestly, what are we doing these days? Anyways, so I get my bovine-free meat, and I also get organic and grass-fed, grass-finished in terms of like my cows and things. My cows, in terms of beef. So I got a kilo of chuck, which I'm going to chuck in the slow cooker today. I'm going to show you my recipe for like this amazing like brisket or chuck like rub to flavor it. Oh, it is honestly so good and so easy. I got it online and I'll link it down below for you guys, but it is so good. I love slow cooker meals for a busy lifestyle because you literally just whack it in the slow cooker, chuck it on, you don't think about it for the whole day, you come home after work, it's ready, it's a healthy meal. I like it at the moment because I'm trying to follow a diet that's replenishing my gut. I have a lot of gut issues and I have hammered it in the last year probably with stress, sugars and gluten. I try not to have it, but I do sneak it, particularly when I'm in a stressed state. So I'm actually rebuilding my gut microbiome, and in this book that my sister and I are reading, I talked about the lady that wrote it in a few vlogs ago. Her name is Natasha. Oh, what is it? Her name is Natasha Campbell McBride, I'm pretty sure. I talked about it in a couple of vlogs ago. I've been listening to a podcast and me and my sister have now started reading her book. My sister read her book 10 years ago and she's rereading it now to get re-educated, because we are going to start following the GAPS diet to help replenish, refix our gut. So, slow cooker meals, to do a full loop as to what that tangent was on. Slow cooker meals are great. She recommends them in the diet, a GAPS diet, particularly like the whole animal. In terms of like chickens, you want to use the whole animal and get every nutrient possible from the animal in terms of like organs, bones, marrow, collagen, things that you wouldn't usually eat into your slow cooker or your broths or whatever it is, to absorb as much nutrients as possible, which is going to actually help heal your gut microbiome. The broth that you get, or like the juice that you get along with the slow cooker meals, is so nutrient dense and it's so great to reline your gut. So I'm gonna whack my little bad boy on today. I've got a kilo of chuck, like I said. I'm gonna do the rub and then I'm gonna pop it in my slow cooker and cook it on 4 to 5 hours on high, and then I do about 4 hours on low, just because I want to make sure that I've cooked it all the way through. I did a brisket a week ago and I hadn't cooked it all the way. Like, it wasn't tender, it wasn't falling apart, it was a bit more still like stiff. It was cooked but it wasn't tender because I didn't let it cook long enough and I had it on low the whole day. So I'm not making that mistake again. I'm going to put it on high for half the day, low for the rest of the day. that's a big one. So I just put the slow cooker on with the rub. So I did change the recipe up slightly, and I think it says brown sugar in the normal recipe. I use coconut sugar because it doesn't spike your glycemic index, your GI. Is that what it's called? So much. So it's kind of better on your system. So I prefer to like sub that out for coconut sugar. And then I didn't have any garlic powder today, so I just did an extra heap of onion powder. Usually turns out alright. And then I chuck in like veggies usually. I haven't got any carrots with me, so I have to duck to the shops and then put some in later. But that's fine. You can do whatever you want. I'm actually going to roast up potatoes today to go with it. Just some sweet potatoes. Maybe I might chuck a few in the slow cook too, actually. I don't know. We'll see what I feel like. I'm going to make breakfast now though. Don't hate on it till you try it. And then add some camembert. And that will melt with the egg. So good. Sublime. Sublime. So good. So good. Honestly, so good. I also added pickles on it underneath with the cheese. Oh, and the camembert, the pickles, and then also the hummus. Oh, like combined with the egg. Oh, it is just heaven in your mouth. So good. I'm actually gonna go and head off to a gym today. This is a new gym closer to where I live, so I'm gonna go check it out. I'm really, really excited. It's just something a little bit closer to home. It also it's supposed to be more aesthetic, so it'll be better for filming. I'm gonna just check it out and then I'll make up my mind a bit later. I'm hoping this is gonna, I guess, give me a little kick in my step, a little bit more rejuvenation for training, particularly if it's closer to home. I'm more likely to go as well, rather than driving half an hour, which has been my current situation. So yeah, I'm gonna go and check out the gym with my friend, and then I'm gonna come back and make some lunch. Okay, so I'm back. I signed up. Honestly, I'm a sucker for a good deal, and the place was stunning, had so much fun. It's even got a sauna there, and I've been looking to start up with saunering, so I was like, I'll just pay the extra month, and then I'll, like, when I'm cancelling my membership at my other gym, and go to this one while I'm here. So yeah, it tugged on my emotional heartstrings, so I just had to sign up. Honestly. But I'm really keen, so I'll actually take you guys along and show you guys that. I also feel a bit more inspired and motivated to train, seeing that place and it being so close to home. Now, in terms of the lunch situation, I don't know what I feel like. Dinner's coming along well. See, I put some sweet potatoes in, the meat's looking good. Oh, I don't think I'll fog you up. There you go. Yep, got foggy. Okay guys, so for lunch I had some chicken breast in the fridge, so I'm going to do roast chicken, and I'm actually going to meal prep my lunches for the week this week, because I might as well just do them all together as opposed to like one day at a time, just more as a time saver thing than anything else. But I'm going to do a roast chicken like rub, pop them in the oven. I've got the oven preheating at around 200 degrees Celsius, so I'm going to do my like chicken rub on the outside, pop them in the oven to cook. And then I'm also going to pop on the tray some broccolini, maybe about halfway through the cooking process. Just pop it on in with the chicken, and just have like roasted broccolini with roast chicken for my lunches for the week. Delicious, easy, and high protein, so you can't go wrong. Now I'm just slicing up like little diagonal slices through my chicken, almost like I do with like if you would like to slice into a mango. I'm doing a similar kind of pattern, like a diagonal crisscross shape, and that's honestly just to help the chicken cook evenly through, because I'm doing like a whole chicken fillet, chicken breast fillet, and I have a paranoia of ever eating like uncooked chicken, so I usually like cook my chicken till it's well and truly dead, which does ruin it. So I've found this method to do like this crisscross pattern, really handy in helping me not overcook my chicken, but also making sure that it's cooked all the way through. So if you're someone that's a bit OCD about having their chicken cooked all the way through, then this probably might be a helpful tip for you. For the rub, I'm going to combine in a bowl a tablespoon of paprika, a tablespoon of onion powder because I don't have garlic powder. Either or will be fine. Tablespoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of pepper, 2 teaspoons of dried sage, 1.5 teaspoons of dried rosemary. I'm just doing a bit of a guesstimate, honestly. And then 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. This stuff is spicy, so you definitely want to be light-handed. Otherwise your chicken's going to pack a bit of a punch. And then once you've got all the ingredients, just stir it and like I crush up any of the lumps from the paprika or something like that until it's well combined. And then I'm just going to coat my chicken in the rub and do both sides of it so that it's well covered. Then I'm going to pop it in the oven, keep an eye on it. I can't tell you how long I'm going to have it in the oven because it just varies quite a lot. I'm going to start off with 15 minutes, keep an eye on it, maybe turn it over, pop the broccolini in, and then see how we go from there. I also like that the chicken's sliced up because it like absorbs the flavouring as well, which is yummy. She's looking glorious. We're going to pop her in the oven like I said, see how it goes, flip it over, then I'm going to chuck the broccolini in, let that roast chicken finish cooking, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. This is pretty much the turnout. It looks delicious. I can't wait to eat it, and it's something that literally took me 10 minutes to prep. So it took about 45 minutes to cook. I had it on the lower shelf though, so that might have been why. And I just am a stickler. I just want to make sure that it is cooked. Probably could have just cooked it for 30. So at the 20-minute mark, I did chuck my broccolini in. And then I cooked it for another, 20-25 minutes. Happy with the turnout. Literally can't wait to try it in a second. And happy with my kind of rub flavouring seasoning, as you will. So yeah, that's my lunch for today and for the next few days. So I've got work set. So happy with that. I've got something to just take with me. Oh, good if you're on a budget too. You can get some really good quality chicken from the butcher or from your local supermarket. Chuck some broccolini in there. You can even do rice. However, don't refrigerate rice because it gets moldy, and even though you can't see it, it does actually have a tendency to grow mold. So I would not meal prep rice more than 24 hours in advance of when you're going to eat it. Just keep that in mind. So for the supplements that I take on the regularly, the first one I like to take is slippery elm. I'll take that in the morning and in the evening. You can have it with warm water to help dissolve it. I just have it with filtered water. And I find that's been fantastic in healing my gut at the moment because it actually acts almost like glutamine, which is another great supplement to take to help heal your gut lining. So it's definitely on the list of fantastic supplements to have, particularly if you've got gut issues or irritable bowel or anything like that. Next supplement I have is selenium. Selenium is a great hormone balancer, particularly for females, and if you have issues with your thyroid, selenium's a great micronutrient to help with that. You can find selenium also in foods. You'll find them in Brazil nuts in particular. However, these days, with how nuts are grown in very low nutrient soil, it means that selenium is a bit of a hit and miss in Brazil nuts or just in nuts in general. So with our food, that's the issue these days, is like you kind of do need to supplement to a degree because our food is low in nutrients. So yeah, you can find it in Brazil nuts, but you just don't know if it's actually going to spike or increase your selenium if you need it in your body. Next thing I take is zinc. Zinc is a big must, guys. Like, zinc is so important for your body. Again, it does help with thyroid function. It helps with your hormone balance. I take it in accompaniment with quercetin. They're in these little capsule things here. And yeah, I've been finding it very easy to take. I take it once a day with quercetin, and they just help to absorb. Both of these together are very important to help the absorption of zinc. So keep that in mind. And then moving on, I take these multi-gest enzymes. Now I've started taking this recently. You'll see that they have fennel in it, and that's really interesting because I've been having fennel tea lately as well. But these little bad boys here, these are great to help. If you're aware of this, like with the recent vaccines, they create a spike protein and they kind of get shed within the body constantly. So to help break that down, I take these multi-digest enzymes to help break down the spike proteins that are a byproduct of those vaccines that majority of the population has taken. Now you may think that's a little bit voodoo-y, but that's just what I do. Oh, and then my last supplement that I take is iodine or iodine. But iodine I take again to help with thyroid function and with many different things within the body, hormone function and stuff like that. It's great for your thyroid. But iodine is one that you can overdose on easily, so just be careful. So I'm still kind of peckish, and it's a few hours till dinner. This is doing well. I'm going to turn this to low at the moment, just so that it cooks on low for the remainder of the time frame until we have dinner a bit later. I'm also going to roast up some potatoes to go with it because it does have some sweet potato in the top, but I'm also going to roast some veggies alongside it. And then I'm also going to have some sauerkraut with dinner. So Ness made this a few weeks ago now. We usually get like a cabbage in our farmer's pick delivery for our organic veggies, and she I should say, makes the sauerkraut, and then we have to leave it to ferment for 2 weeks, and then we'll pop it in the fridge and it's good to go. So I usually have this alongside my dinner. I'm going to make some yogurt with banana and raspberries. Yep. So I'm going to have some of this natural yogurt. I also buy the Greek yogurt from Woolies, but this is what I had in the fridge. So I'm going to have some of this yogurt. Voila! Isn't she gorgeous? My yogurt, banana, raspberry bowl. I can add protein powder to it if I want to add it, like make it an additional like protein meal. But I've already had my protein powder today, and I just don't feel like I need to add any more protein. Tonight's meal is going to be pretty protein heavy and like fats heavy, so this is just going to be a snack slash meal. Oh, side note, me and my sister like to grab the organic berries as opposed to your generic like frozen berries or berries in general, just because they are on like the Dirty Dozen list, because berries in particular are sprayed heavily in Australia and the US. I think in Europe as well, but I just know in Australia and the US are sprayed excessively with pesticides because obviously they attract all the pests. But that means that when you have them, you're ingesting a heavy amount or a hefty amount of those pesticides. So they are a bit of an expense, so we don't grab them a lot of the time. But we do treat ourselves every now and then to like berries, and we usually will grab organic for that reason. Honestly, I understand with budget wise it's really hard to go organic. If you're eating whole foods in general, that is honestly fantastic. It's really within your budget what you can do. I'm just mindful particularly that I'm trying to heal my gut. I'm trying not to add antibiotics, pesticides, glyphosate, Roundup kind of stuff onto it as well. So that's just me. So I'm just going to have my little snack and then do a bit of work on my laptop, and then I'll go and organise dinner in like a little bit. So yeah. Okie dokie guys, so I'm going to start to wrap up this vlog. I'm going to show you guys how dinner's cooking along. I'm pretty much, like I've told you, just going to add some roast veggies with it, and then I'm also going to add the sauerkraut that's in the fridge for a bit of probiotic, and finish up with the slow cooker. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much what dinner's going to entail. The chuck is looking good. I actually turned it back up to high because I just feel like it needs a bit more TLC. Oh, I don't want to fog you up again. She's looking good. She's looking cooked. It doesn't quite look enough though that I want to take it out and like chop it up, because I like to break it apart maybe half an hour to an hour before dinner. So I'm going to leave that to cook a bit more for the next maybe 2 hours or so, and then dish it up. Like I said, put my veggies on, sauerkraut on the side, call it a day. So thanks guys for watching this very casual what I eat in a day. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned. I have started that new gym, which I'm very excited about, bit nervous about as well, because there's a lot of like influencer people there, and I'm just not at that caliber. So that's like a self doubt thing that's going in my brain, like just more so self-confidence and things like that, which it'll be fine. I know, I'm just gonna do my thing. But yeah, anyways, thanks guys for sticking all the way to the end, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.